Welcome back to another video. It's a Bradford City v Grimsby Town match preview. Let me know your thoughts going into a game, your predictions, how you're going to a game, everything like that, and everything from what I'm going to say, the results, the stats for both teams, the head-to-heads, my 11, let me know your 11 for the game on Saturday. So we'll get straight into Bradford City's results of recent. I don't want to talk about the last result, but I'm going to have to. 4-0 defeat to Burton Albion in the Pizza Cup. No one's really interested in it. We already went through. It's just the backup team really should be a bit more upset because they haven't shown what they can actually do, which is disappointing for them. Next game was Salford away, big win, 1-0. Lost 1-0 to Stockport at home, drew 2-2 to Leicester in the Pizza Cup, but then lost on penalties. Beat Harrogate Town, massive win mentally, more than on the results table as well, and then a 2-2 draw to Wimbledon. So we had a good run, but then a couple of defeats and it's looking a bit all grim. But only one of them defeats was in the league, so I'm sure Mark Hughes will be looking at that thinking, ignore that, we've just beat Salford at home, away from home, big result, focus on the positives and the negatives with that one. But Grimsby's recent results are looking quite good for them. They've moved up to 10th now with their results looking pretty green, and no, that's not because they're sick, it's because they're positive. A 3-1 win against Stockport after we lost to them, Stockport with 10 men in that one. Grimsby beat Crawley 3-0, Salford 1-1 with Grimsby away from home, 2-1 defeat to Swindon, and Swindon had 10 men, 2-0 win against Mansfield at home, and a 1-0 win away from home against Colchester. So yeah, they're going alright. They're 10th in the league, like I said. 13 games played, 6 wins, 4 draws, 3 defeats, 22 points, 2 points away from us, 2 points away from 7th, and 5 points away from 3rd. So they'll be looking to try and finish in a positive position, playoffs maybe, after coming in the playoffs last season. Their home form, which is good for City, ain't looking the best. They're 21st in terms of the 6 games they've played at home combined with everyone else. They've only picked up 6 points from home, whereas our away form is looking quite good with a 4th best away team with 12 points. Grimsby are the best away team, funnily enough, with 16 points from 7 games. But yeah, with 6 games away from home and 12 points, so hopefully we can pick up a positive result there, because it's not an easy place to go. You can easily go into that one thinking, well, they aren't doing too well at home, maybe we can exploit that. But anyway, 13 games played, 17 goals, 11 conceded for City. We're averaging 1.3 goals per game, a goal conversion of 10%. 13 goals we've scored inside the box, just 4 goals outside the box. We're creating 1.8 big chances per game, and we're missing 1 big chance per game on average. Our average shots per game are 13.5, and our ball possession, am I looking at City? I'm looking at them. Grimsby. Right, I'll do all that I've just said, erase it as City, think of it as Grimsby. So all that is Grimsby. They're averaging a possession of 50%. I thought that was a bit low for us. Now, on to City's stats. Let's move it from Pizza Cup to League 2. 13 games played, 19 goals scored, 11 conceded, and an average of 1.5 goals per game. A goal conversion of 13%. We've scored 16 goals from inside the box, 3 from outside the box, and we're averaging 1.6 big chances a game and missing 1.1 big chances a game. We're averaging 11.6 shots per game, and average ball possession is 56.2%, one of the best in the league. I know Salford's ahead of us, and maybe Leighton Orient or someone like that. But yeah, there are a few stats going into a game. Looking at the past and presents, there's quite a few in recent times. Let me know if you remember any or know of any from recent times or quite a few years ago. But yeah, I'll just give you a few here. Sean Scannell, who's playing for Grimsby at the minute. I was going to say Swindon, who we've got Tuesday. There'll be a preview for that on Monday. But yeah, Sean Scannell didn't really work out for us He ain't really playing for them either. I think he's probably injured. That's probably your best bet with him. Luke Hendry played for them for quite a while. James Hanson, Billy Clark, and we got Charles Vernon off them. And our main man at minute is Andy Cook, who also had a short stint playing for Grimsby as well. So yeah, there are a few past presents. If you know any others, let me know in the comments down below. Looking at the head-to-head, it's looking very good for City. So everything going into this game is looking very good. The results aren't too bad. Their home form's very bad. Our away form's very good. Head-to-heads are very good. Everything's looking good. And then it all counts for nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. But our first ever game against Grimsby was in our first ever season in 1903. A 2-0 defeat away from home against Grimsby. On the 1st of September 1903. We beat them in the reverse match though, 2-0. We're currently 16 games unbeaten against Grimsby. Most of them games coming in League 2. So that has a fair reflection of how things have been going. But we've last beat them 1-0 in 10th of April 2021. And then the match before that was a cracking game, 2-1 win away from home. Lee Novak scored an acrobatic goal. Don't know whether it was overhead kick, bicycle kick, or whatever it was. It was off the ground and he kicked the ball above his head, so an overhead kick. Brilliant goal. Levi Sutton scored a really good goal as well in that game. The game before that, in the head-to-heads, was a 1-1 draw on the 8th of February 2020, and that was Stuart McCall's third debut at City as a manager, but his 5th debut in all of his stints as player or manager. But not the result we would have wanted then, but we've got a very good record against them. Hopefully it continues. We last lost to Grimsby in the 17th of October 1998, a 2-0 defeat in League Division 1. So I think that might have been League 1, but I'm not sure. It might have been the old League 1. So let me know on that in the comments down below if you know what that is. I'm a bit too young to know that, but I think it was the old League 1. So into my 11 that I'd pick if I were Mark Hughes. I'm not Mark Hughes, and none of us could ever think we are Mark Hughes, but after 600 games in charge, Saturday's is 601, his 601st game in charge as a manager. But yeah, Harry Lewis in goal, coming into much of a fan favourite off the pitch and on the pitch. On the pitch, I think he's a championship standard goalkeeper, and off it, he's just a Bradford City fan at the minute. He said he's loved by everyone at the club, and that's making him passionate about playing for the club. We have took him on as though he's one of our own at the minute, but he's also took us on as he's one of our own as well. So there's a very good bond between him and the fans, but you know, there's no good having that if you're not playing well, and at least he's playing well as well. So moving on, he's probably the first name on the team sheet, probably because he's a goalkeeper. But moving on to well, on that, I think if you're picking 3 players who go straight into the team, who would it be? For me, it's Lewis, Smallwood, and Cook. But there's others who could have that on the CV. Matty Platt as well, Tariq Wright, also good players and who are performing well at the minute, and Matty Folds. But moving on, Matty Folds in left back, Halliday in right back, Platt and Critchlow in centre back. Halliday's a bit hit and miss really. He can have a really good game, he can have a stinker of a game. But is he better than Hendry? I'd probably say just. So I'd pick Brad Halliday. Left back Matty Folds, Mr. Consistent at the minute. He's playing fantastically, and if Rydal comes back, he shouldn't be anywhere near the team with how Matty Folds been playing. The only problem with Folds is he doesn't really have that pace. But I can't complain, he's been fantastic. Platt and Critchlow. Platt's been fantastic this season, really good signing. Critchlow made a big difference playing on against Salford to Odesina, who I do like Odesina, but these last couple of games he's been bullied. Good debut against Stevenage, but recently he's dropped off the face of a cliff, and quite literally his performance has dropped. But yeah, being bullied by quite a few strikers. But moving on into midfield quite quickly, Smallwood and East. Smallwood's nailed on, but East over Gilead, I don't know. I'd probably just pick East because he had a really good game against Salford. But let me know, who would you go for, Gilead or East? It's a tough one. Into the attacking positions, Cook up front. Then to the right, I'd go Tariq Wright. just behind Andy Cook, I'd go Lee Angle if he's fit, because they want in the team photo. I don't know if he featured against. Yeah, he won the bench, won he, against Burton. I don't know if he came on, but that might be an implication to we're giving him a bit of a rest and he can play on Saturday, because he's made a brilliant impact off the bench recently. A couple of assists, goals here and there. So yeah, I think he deserves to play. And then Chapman on the left, I'd go for, and obviously Cook up front. So let me know your team for the game on Saturday. Your score predictions: I'm going to go 2-1. Andy Cook will score, and that's all I'm saying. So yeah, let me know everything to do with the match. Let me know if you're going, your score predictions, your team, and anything else I've asked you in the video. Have a good one.